9 News at 7 a.m. starts right now.
Jeffco Schools is facing another $60 million in cuts. What could be on the chopping block and how you can weigh in.
RTD's simple fix is making a big difference. How keeping elevator doors open is cutting crime by more than 80% across the transit system. We're going to get to those headlines in just a moment, but first we are following breaking news this morning. A crash on I-25 in Lone Tree is causing a lot of traffic problems for people who commute through the area. Yeah, that's right. Our Erica Lopez has the details. Let's get over to her right now with your traffic impact alert. Erica, good morning.
No, you're exactly right, Jordan and Corey. This is causing a disaster on northbound I-25, and we just got confirmation from Ridgegate Police. My producer just got in my ear that this was a fatal crash. We know one person died in the wreck. This is video from Sky 9 just a little bit earlier this morning, showing you the massive scene out here. Only 2 left lanes are still open on the interstate, so we're going from 4 lanes open all the way down to 2, and then we have that ramp closed as well. You cannot get off at Ridgegate Parkway from northbound I-25. Looks like our Sky 9 shot is back up live this morning. You were looking at video from just a little bit earlier from the scene. Now that the sun is coming up just a bit, we can clearly make out that there is a vehicle off of the roadway right here in the grassy area. And then there's also one pulled off right up here. So unclear if that vehicle was also involved in the wreck. Again, we have a crew, like Jordan and Corey just said, headed out this way. They're hoping to get eyes on it. We're, of course, putting in calls to learn more. But as it stands, this is causing massive delays. So I want to help you right now and show you what things are looking like behind it from our CDOT camera. This is at Castle Pines Parkway, and it is just a sea of brake lights on northbound I-25. Let's take you over to what we're seeing right now on our map. As far as the travel time, we are up to an hour. This drive should normally take around 20 minutes. Castle Rock to 225 should take around 20 minutes or less. Right now, again, we're inching toward the hour mark. So this is a 40+ minute backup out here. Heavy red this morning all the way to Happy Canyon Road and now a little bit past it. So I want to help everyone get around this morning from Castle Pines Parkway. If you're coming in from the Castle Pines North area, you can actually take Havana Street. It runs parallel to the interstate, and then you can get onto Ridgegate and get onto I-25 from there. That's going to be one option. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting in just a disaster. Again, 40+ minute delay is what we're seeing. So Highway 85, it's a long detour, but it's an option. Parker Road also going to be an option as well to fully avoid the delays that we're seeing out that way. There's not too many good workarounds, but those are some ideas for you. Travel in the high country been a little bit dicey from the overnight snow. We have active chain and traction laws, and we have one crash this morning eastbound I-70 and Herman Gulch Road. We want to send things over to Katie now to get a check of your forecast.
Erica, thank you. Yes, overnight and early morning snow shower activity in the high country. A lot of that's tapering off, and we are left with some clear skies and cold temperatures this morning. We have officially dropped down to freezing in our backyard at 32 degrees, upper 20s out of the airport, and 30 degrees only right now in Centennial. Skies are clearing after some light to moderate snow impacted the high country late last night and partly to mostly cloudy over Winter Park. So as Erica was mentioning, you still may find some slick spots on roadways up in the mountains. Gusty winds remain at times over our higher mountain passes and across the plains. Freeze warnings for both this morning, even colder this time tomorrow. Temperatures set to fall to the coldest we've seen so far this season in the 20s early Wednesday, ahead of a gradual warm up through the end of the week and weekend. Out the door though right now, definitely want to be prepared for some crispy air. We're in the 30s right now from downtown to Fort Collins, only in the teens into many of our northern and central mountain towns. It is around 15 to 20 degrees colder here across the metro area this morning. So definitely just want to layer up, bundle up. You'll feel it when you walk out the door. The kids at the bus stop. It's a chilly morning, and it's not going to warm up too much more this afternoon. Temperatures typically top out around 60 degrees here in town. We're expecting highs only in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. At least it'll be sunny and dry, a bit breezy at times, but typically this time of the year, October 28th, Denver's average low is 32 degrees. The record was 9 set back in 1917. We're not talking record-setting conditions for tomorrow, but as mentioned, teens and 20s early on Wednesday. Clear skies though for today. Any mountain moisture tapers off, and we will be left with sunshine and dry weather through the end of the week. Your full forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, Katie, thank you. We are staying on top of that developing news out of Denver. A suspect was killed and 3 other people hurt in a shootout at a Denver gas station. We're actually going to get to that story here in just a moment.
Also, we've been talking about this crash that is now a fatal accident on I-25. This is northbound out by Ridgegate Parkway. Erica was just talking about the backups in this area. Our reporter, 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez, just got on scene with the latest. Brianna, what are you seeing this morning?
Yeah, so we are seeing a lot of officers here on scene, and you guys, just trying to get to the spot that we're at right now took us a bit. I mean, we were only 14 minutes away from the scene, but it took us about 30 to 35 minutes just because of all these delays that we are seeing both on the south and northbound lanes, really, of I-25 right near Ridgegate Parkway. So my photographer, Alex, he is going to zoom in, and we're also going to be very, very careful zooming into that vehicle that was involved in this crash. So we know, again, that there's been one fatality, so one person has died. That's according to Lone Tree Police. Now, I have seen investigators walking up and down this grassy area, kind of with their flashlights, trying to see exactly if there's any debris or any type of evidence that they can find near that grassy area next to that car, where that car is located. So you can see next to the car and next to the investigators, we are seeing traffic move through that area. So that means that northbound I-25 is still open. It's just that exit ramp right now where we're seeing investigators going up and down. Now, I have reached out to Lone Tree Police asking them exactly how many people were inside of that vehicle, or was it just that one person? And I'm guessing that would be the driver of that car, but still very limited information from Lone Tree Police. All we just got on social media is that one person died, one vehicle was involved, and right now they're investigating this deadly crash. So of course, once we have more details from Lone Tree Police, we will keep you guys updated both on air and online. But again, very active scene out here for those heading out the door taking northbound I-25. For now, I'm live here in Ridgegate Parkway. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, Brianna, thank you for staying on top of that. We appreciate it. Back to that developing news out of Denver. A suspect was killed, 3 other people hurt in a shootout, all at a Denver gas station. A Denver police officer and 2 store employees were hurt in the back and forth.
So this all started as an armed robbery call. Between 8:45 and 9 last night, officers received a call from a witness who was outside of the gas station. That witness told police an armed person had locked themselves inside the store with 2 employees. As Denver police were making a tactical plan to go inside, Chief Ron Thomas says things escalated. Take a listen.
They heard shots coming from inside the business. They then recognized a sense of urgency and then forced entry into the business, started making their way towards where the gunshots were seemed to be coming from, because the gunshots continued.
Chief Ron Thomas says around 6 to 7 officers entered the store and confronted the suspect, who was firing shots from inside the gas station. According to DPD, a number of rounds were fired by the suspect and police. The suspect was shot and taken to Swedish Hospital, where he later died. A Denver police officer was shot in the leg and believed to be shot by the suspect. That officer was taken to Denver Health and was in surgery late last night. The 2 store employees also had gunshot wounds. Chief Thomas said they are expected to be okay. This morning, we have reached out to Denver Health to see how that officer is doing after surgery. We are still waiting to hear back. We don't know how many rounds were fired or who shot the rounds that injured the store employees. Denver police say CBI and the State Patrol will be leading this investigation.
Right now, Adams County Police need your help to find this missing senior. 70-year-old Luis Gabriel Correa was last seen in the area of Magnolia Way and Niagara Street in Thornton. That is near 120th Avenue and Holly Street. He was last seen wearing a red shirt, black shorts, and black shoes. Officials say that Correa has a cognitive impairment and needs medication that he does not have. Anyone who sees him is asked to call the Adams County Sheriff's Office. That number is 303-288-1535.
RTD is expanding its open door elevator program, a safety initiative credited with cutting crime and maintenance calls across the transit system. Right now, RTD has 10 stations where elevator doors stay open by default when not in use, with plans to reach 12 by year's end. Officials say the change discourages drug use and other illegal activity. At some stations, calls for service and customer complaints have dropped by more than 80% since the pilot began last year. Reprogramming each elevator costs about $400.